I told y'all that we had a special guest. Last time it was Joy Reid. We love Joy. And now it's Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, everybody.
Hey, cameraman, turn the feed off to Texas. We don't want to know where she is right now.
How are you doing, Congresswoman?
I'm here.
You're okay? Are we going to be okay?
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I absolutely believe we're going to be okay. Now, when we going to be okay, I'm not really sure. I've been telling people that I absolutely believe that the next election, no matter who the Democratic nominee is, they're going to win. And I got real analysis. I'm not just trying to hype y'all. And that don't mean don't go vote. But when I think about the fact that there was a junior senator that had only been elected for 2 years and was a black man, and he got elected to the presidency, that was only when shit hit rock bottom, right? It was like George Bush killed everything. So they was like, okay, we'll take the black man. So then, same thing happened with Joe Biden. When you think about it, Joe Biden had run for president not once, not twice, but this was his third time. Then the country was like, you know what, Joe, we got you, right? So I think that we are going to be in such a destitute position that even the haters going to be like, we don't care who it is. It's just got to be somebody from the other party.
But that's
why they're saying they can't see over there. That's what they're saying.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'll finish it so it'll be clear. The only problem I have with that, the one thing I've learned from Trump and Republicans, if you have power, use it. Mm-hmm. I think one of the first things, I would like a progressive Trump. I would like somebody who used the executive pen to say, you know what, we're going to make D.C. a state.
Yeah.
We're going to make Puerto Rico a state.
Yeah.
We're going to abolish the Electoral College.
Yeah.
We're going to enshrine protections for women in the Constitution.
Yeah.
We're going to roll back because the very
we're going to add more judges on the Supreme Court.
Exactly.
That part. Yes.
So
guardrails. Right. And guardrails.
Right. I don't want just it to be a default situation. The one thing, without a death, there can't be a resurrection. And the way that we have seen things, they have showed me one thing clearly: get the fuck what you want.
Yep.
And fuck with the people who fuck with you, and leave everybody else alone.
That's exactly what they've done.
You can't be the president for everybody.
Yeah. No, I think you're absolutely right, because I think what Democrats do is they get into power and they're pretty timid about the things that they will do. And I'm like, if evil can go this hard, then surely we can go half as hard for good, right? So I think that it is incumbent upon Democrats to recognize that once that pendulum does shift, we can't just take it for granted and think that we're going to hold on to it.
Right.
We absolutely have to be aggressive about pushing forward with policies. So for instance, as we're talking about quorum breaks, in 21, when I broke quorum, we went to D.C. We said we need to pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act as well as the Freedom to Vote Act. If they would have passed Freedom to Vote, then Elon couldn't have bought the election. If they would have passed the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act, we wouldn't be in this redistricting war, right? So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, y'all didn't want to listen. They had every lever of government, but this Jim Crow filibuster was something that they just could not shake.
No.
And because they couldn't shake the filibuster, we have lost out on our access to really the thing. You can't get anything that you want if you don't have representation. And right now they are trying to delete the people's voices, specifically starting in Texas, but they are going throughout the entire country.
I have befriended Jolanda Jones from Texas, who is and I think I'm going to have her on the show tomorrow. I'm working on having her back on the show, but I like her energy. I like your energy. My question is, you're from Texas. You know this legislature. Can they hold out till December? Because everybody, Congresswoman, is looking to Texas as an example of a model of what to do. If Texas can hold out, then we can hold out. If they fold, we're worried that we're going to fold as well.
It's day to day for me. I honestly was so thankful and happy that they broke quorum. I didn't think it would happen. I really didn't. I mean, I've been talking, I've been asking, and maybe they didn't want to tell me. I don't know, but I didn't think it was going to happen. But it is really tough. I mean, you're talking about people that are not used to getting death threats, that are not used to getting bomb threats. They're away from their family. no one should ever get used to it. But unfortunately, on the federal level, it's something that I live with every single day. And so you're talking about people that have had to flee their homes, but they still have families. They started releasing their addresses. And now, thankfully, you have people like Jolanda Jones, who is a trained attorney, who understand that a lot of this stuff, they just popping their gums, right? And that's just for their ignorant base to think, oh, yeah, you're going after the Democrats. And it's like, bro, arrest me if you want to, right? Because...
Not tonight, though.
Because ultimately, we understand what a constitutional violation is. You can't just be throwing people in jail because you mad at them and they're your political opponents. That's not, at least as of now, that's not okay. And so you're going to have to pay me if you decide to do those kind of things. So we understand that the type of warrant that was signed, it wasn't signed by any judicial person whatsoever. It was signed by the Speaker of the House. And it just says that the locals can bring you to the chamber. That is it. You can't go to the clank, okay? You can't do, and you can't say, oh, other state or feds, go grab them. Ain't nobody doing that. But it sounds good to the people that's ignorant, right? So it is
I love the way you talk, goddammit. That's for the guy. I might move to Texas just to hear this shit.
But that's
never.
That's the energy I'm talking about, though, because they want people to be real and stop talking. They don't want some, consultant, tested person in office.
Texas is afraid of becoming California.
Yeah.
California was a very, very, very conservative state. California had open carry laws in the 1960s, and what changed that was Black Panthers going through the California State House. And Ronald Reagan and the NRA wrote the Mulford Act.
Yep.
California was a three strikes law. Yep. We abolished affirmative action in schools. What happened is there was an influx of immigrants who moved in and changed the political identity of that state. It wasn't always Ronald Reagan and Richard Nixon came from California. Earl Warren came from California. What Texas is afraid of and has learned is that all those people are moving to California just like they move to Arizona. It changes the paradigm. What is going to happen is they are going to be people that move, and youth and movement changes. It fosters change. Yeah. It's inevitable. But what we can't do is believe that we can do things the way we've done them before. Yeah. Give people what it is. I am so tired of people telling me why they can't do something. I only want people. I got my ass whipped so many times, and what it taught me was I was always the first one pick for a fight and the last one pick for a game. Mm-hmm. And what I decided to do was make it so hard it would be untenable to pick me for either. Mm-hmm. And I think people have to understand that this is a political fight, not just for vanity's sake. With America, everything that benefits us benefits them more exponentially. Yep. Mm-hmm. Progressive ideas work. If you look at where progressive
say that again, DL. Progressive ideas work. Who doesn't want universal health care, right? Who doesn't want to be able to get an education that you can afford, right?
But if you call it socialism, they don't want it. You call it football, they do. Yeah.
Right. No, that's real.
You do.
Or if you slap Trump's name on it, then they're for it.
Or if you say banking, all the things or insurance. Yeah. Insurance couldn't happen. Like flood insurance and earthquake insurance. It could not happen unless there was a level of socialism involved.
Congresswoman, let me ask you, because I think it's the same question. What do the folks like Jolanda Jones, the people in Texas, what do they need? And that's probably money, because it costs money.
It does.
For them every day. What is it, like $500 a day or something like that?
Oh, no. I mean, that's the fines. So there's a couple of things at play. So when we broke quorum in 2021, they felt like, their feelings got hurt. And so they decided to change the House rules. So in the current House rules, which I don't know that I believe that they are legal in the first place and they need to be challenged in court, it basically says if you break quorum, then we will tax you $500 a day. Now, mind you, we only get paid $7,000 a year in the legislature in Texas. Yes, that was my eyes too. Yes, so we only get $7,000 a year, but then they're like, we're going to tax you $500 a day, and then if you don't pay your $500 a day, then we are going to take 30% of whatever your budget is for your office, which I absolutely believe is absolutely unconstitutional, And when you pay us the money, you can't pay it from your campaign account. I'm like, no. So we will see what happens when they finally challenge all of this in court. But because Texas is the Wild Wild West, we don't have any campaign finance limits. So it's one of the reasons that we have the longest serving governor ever. And he's still causing hell every damn day. But nevertheless, but literally people will drop $2 million to him. Some of these like oil tycoon, they were like, okay, I got $2 million for you or whatever. So it makes it very difficult. So the same can be said for the state lawmakers is that there are no limits. So anybody who's generous enough, they can actually fill their campaign coffers and that way for their actual housing because they have to live, right? Like they're living outside of their home.
So people can donate to them.
People can donate to them. They trying to claim that, you know, it's bribery or whatever. Yeah. They on the bullshit.
Elon Musk bribe people.
Well, listen.
Yeah. 200, how many millions of dollars?
260 million.
All right.
Then what I'm curious about is what is the end game? Because like if you look at Texas is the antidote to California. Like everything we do. Like, and what I don't understand is how you have a governor that hates DEI, right?
Even though he in a wheelchair, but keep going. Keep going.
That's
keep going. I just want y'all to understand what diversity means, okay? It don't just mean black, but keep going.
But DEI providing the very wheelchair ramps and the access he needs to go up to his office. And, and even if he's mad at transgender people because they can't pee standing up and he can't pee standing up. That's the thing I don't understand. Like, what you thought I was here for? Like, what you thought I was?
I'm just saying he said it and not me.
No, I did say it. It's true. But look at all the ways we are connected that we pretend like we're not. Like it had to be amazing for a lot of white people to find out DEI wasn't just us.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so our strength is our commonality. I don't think America or us in general want to reshape America into our perspective of it. We want to do what it is you said you wanted.
Right.
Was to make us a place where everybody's fair, everybody gets an equal opportunity. Yep. We want what you said you wanted.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it sounds good, right? But in practice, though, that's not what it's been. And this administration is revealing what it's really about. It's been a power grab for certain people the entire time at all cost. And that's what we're seeing. But when you talk about Texas not becoming California, I got news for you. People think I'm crazy, but I'm not. When I say that Texas is not red, like Texas is not. It is a 60% person of color state. Like we have more African Americans in our state than any other state in the entire country. So don't tell me that we are deep red. But
yeah, but they don't think they black. They think they Texans. Yes. No, I'm serious.
So,
yeah. They think that
Texas is his own country. But let me ask
Allegedly.
you, to the original question, seriously, why I called you on the phone. I don't know how you showed up. You like Genie or something? Was it like Star Trek? So then everybody asks, usually most of the people in the audience ask, what do we do? How do we fight back? What do we do? What do we do? What can we do? I feel like I don't have, agency. So what do we do, Congresswoman?
So first of all, I need you to recognize that the people still possess the power. And I need you to use it. Because what they want you to do is feel like you're hopeless. They want you to say all is lost, and that is when they win, is when you refuse to fight back. For me, I personally believe that the antidote is education. When you look at how many people were uneducated, it's not calling them stupid. They just were not informed of what it was that was going on. Okay, well, I'm going to let you do it. As a politician, I'm not going to call nobody stupid, okay?
Well, no, I'll do it for you. Let me tell you something. Here's the thing. I'm not even trying to be mean. The only reason people don't know anything in this generation, in this era, is because they don't want to. You know every word of the Ten Commandments, but you don't live by them. That's a decision. There are a couple of things everybody's entitled to.
I challenge the Christian conservatives to actually quote the Ten Commandments, but go ahead. Go ahead.
And it's my whole thing. I just think that there is no, and people are going to get mad at me when I say it, there's no discernible difference between the way Christian nationalists want to run America and the way Islamic fundamentalists want to run the Middle East. They all are predicated on the same thing. Believe in what I believe in. I control your body. You do. The thing about America, people that yell freedom the most only want the freedom to control a woman's body and to have guns.
That's right.
They don't want freedom for anything else. They don't. We're still arguing about whether marijuana, and so to me, we have to decide. God doesn't care. He'll respect the flag. He respect whoever believes in him. He don't care. You ain't getting to heaven on a buddy pass. You don't get to say I'm an American. If we are the people who love a higher being like we say we do, then we should treat people the way. It should be unconscionable that people are starving. It should be unconscionable that people are homeless. It should be unconscionable that people are uneducated. But we can tolerate it as long as... The truth about America is this. The reason we don't have roads, bridges, airports, infrastructure is because somebody got to get rich or we can't do it. And that's the thing.
So I'm not just checking on my phone.
It looks like it.
But I cannot find. This is when I need producers, because I'm trying to find Laura Loomer's tweet about Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Ooh! Oh, I listen. I give you the cliff notes. Because the girls is fighting y'all. They fighting.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Did y'all see this drama? Okay, first of all, listen. Oh, have y'all seen it? Raise your hand if you've seen it.
If my producer's in the audience, please send me
For those
the tweet.
of you that
Did
haven't,
you send it?
baby, I am in love with this.
Okay.
So
I fucking
y'all
love you so goddamn much.
No, you don't understand. Baby, because these people, they are crazy. Because they always talk about how Christian they is. Yeah, I don't know how many of them on that side are getting divorced because they getting caught up sleeping with their co-workers, staffers, interns, all the things. Yeah, you ain't got to believe me. Just go Google. You'll find some of it. I'm telling you. And the wives is being messy and petty. They putting it in the divorce. I'm like, ooh, that's got to be true because your lawyer would know that they going to lose it if they... Anyway, nevertheless...
Wait a minute, Gino, write that down.
So Laura Loomer, I have lots of thoughts about her. Nevertheless, and then Marjorie, y'all know, okay, all right. Y'all,
The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting.
Oh, you know me, Elon and Trump.
So Laura decides that she want to go in on Marjorie, saying that she ain't really Christian. And I'm thinking to myself, which one of y'all on that side are? Nevertheless, so she decided to go in, but she decided to go real low but true and talk about how Marjorie was spreading it wide for...
All right, here we go. Okay.
I feel like I'm on a reality show.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this it? Wait. That's not it. Peter, my producer's in the audience.
My group chat got it. Don't worry.
Oh, you
Don't
got it
worry.
already.
Listen.
Here it is.
I ain't got no leaks in my signal chat. I got it.
All right, Congresswoman, here it is. All right, I'm going to read it. Y'all ready for this? Laura Loomer about bleach blonde bad bill butch body said, I wish Representative MTG got on her knees for her Lord and Savior as much as she got on her knees for men who aren't her husband. Just another fake Christian. Can you call yourself a Christian when your mouth is full of other men's roosters? I may be Jewish, but at least I'm not a Jezebel. And then,
This is white on white crime is what this is. This crazy. Oh, my goodness. But what's she doing later on is what I'm talking about. Just hang on.
Your mom ruined your family. She cheated on your father. She's a skank.
Yes. Oh, I got another one.
All right.
Because it was multiple. It's all in the group chat.
Y'all gonna read this shit in front of me like that?
Go ahead.
MTG isn't a Christian. How do you call yourself a Christian when you're wearing a cross while getting bent over backwards inside the gym by every man who isn't your husband? She's on her knees all right, and it's not for praying. She never wants to talk about this. Why not? And then it's like a little, but anyway,
So wait, so
Well,
what
wait.
is going on?
Can I ask
What
you
is
something?
happening?
Ain't you Christians say you should know them by their works, right? Ain't that what you say? That's exactly why I don't think our religious vantage point should be in our governance.
There's a such thing as separation of church and state.
I don't.
But go ahead.
And I think that this notion of Christianity is one of the reasons why we have there's such an aversion to it. Why is it that you think that you should control what I believe because of what you believe?
Yeah.
You're entitled to believe what you believe, but now they take these mantles of Christianity or Muslim or whatever it is they believe, and they get to do the most heinous things to people.
Yeah.
If you love people and you want them to eat and you want them to do well, then I'll fuck with you. If you don't, then you're just somebody else lying to people. I don't understand.
But you gotta understand though, like when it comes down to somebody's faith, whatever that faith is, you can get them to go your way if they believe that it aligns with their faith, especially if it's deeply held. So that's what they've been doing. They've been playing people. They're like, no, like this isn't of God. So therefore, follow this party, when the whole time all they doing is using those people, because ultimately they're not following the teachings of Christ whatsoever, as you said, right? But they play with them and they say, you know what, trans people, they ain't in the Bible. They're not in the Bible. So if you want to like get into the pearly gates, then this is what you do. That is how they play them. They try to act like they're the party of family values, and you never want to be the party that's not of family values. And so they say, yes, we are. But then it's like, Marjorie, you up in the gym, girl. You up in the gym, girl. Like they play on people and they use and prostitute Christianity. And that's what I need people to understand, is that they are playing with them. And if you know your Bible, like you're supposed to know your Bible, then you will understand that none of this is Christian.
It's not knowing it. It's not knowing. It's living it. Look up the tenets of the Church of Satan. Look at it right now. Look it up right now. They have a higher standard for the members of their church than Christians do.
The Church of Satan.
Look it up. You don't have to listen to me. Listen, somebody look it up right now, because what you hear is a word, but it's all about your belief. It is all about how you treat people and what you want for them. You can call yourself whatever. I could call myself a pig and be a man. I am so tired of people co-opting language and use it as a cudgel. If you look up the tenets of the Church of Satan and you tell me the difference, you can't treat a stranger wrong. If you do this to a children, you're ostracized. We would never do that. We vote for them. So
That's
I'm not.
All the pedophiles on that side. Keep going.
Not all.
No. That's true. We just wrote something, Peter, my producer's there. The people who have been, Peter and Nikki are back there. If you guys know the producers, they're back there. So,
wait, I just don't want to hear from a dude named Peter when we talking about this. That's crazy to me.
His name is not Richard. His name is Swanson. So listen. No. So we wrote about it, and all of the people that you're seeing recently, people who have been arrested for, young people, pedophilia,
Being pedophiles.
all kinds of things. It's like it's either the Christian nationalists, the MAGA, the conservative Republican, the people who fight against LGBTQ rights. Now you guys know. Now I have friends. I was here. One of the last times I was here, besides our show, was for Maddie. You guys know MS Madison. Do you guys know Madison? Okay.
Yeah.
So Madison is a friend, and I was here for her
Madison.
show. T.S. Madison,
Yes.
sorry. T.S. Madison. What did I say? MS Madison? I call her Miss Madison, sorry. And so T.S. Madison. So Laverne Cox was here, and she's probably the most popular transgender woman, I believe, in the world.
That's a hell of a name for a transgender. Cox. That's a hell of a thing. No, you got to admit. Come on now.
COX, just to be clear.
So anyways.
Just to be clear.
I'm just saying, if I'm going to say something,
they did a panel on this with her, and all of the transgender women, it was like 6 of them, said their biggest purveyors, the people who
Them far right.
MAGA or conservative men, are the biggest lovers of transgender women.
Yep.
And they said they're like, we don't ever want for sex. We were, just conservative men are always coming after us. And you guys know what happens at conservative events. Grindr blows
Crashed.
up. It goes
Crashed.
offline. And so all of everything that they preach about, every accusation is a confession.
Yes.
That they
Yes.
You know what's so funny to me? Where do the highest number, not talking about percentage-wise, the highest number of registered sex offenders, where do they live?
red states.
I'm about to say the
Texas.
South.
Texas.
Texas has...
Congresswoman.
Texas has almost 80,000
Not my
registered sex
neighbors.
offenders. No. There are more sex offenders, registered sex offenders in Texas. They can fill Arrowhead Stadium. But you would think, and they talk about crime and how they want to stop it, but what they do is never talk about the crimes that are committed by people that they recognize.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, if we're talking about crime, shouldn't you talk about protecting our children? Shouldn't you be talking about protecting our women from sexual assault?
Yeah.
But we don't
They're
do
not
that.
gonna do that.
It's couched in a way. If I asked you that question, we were out in the streets, you would think it was California.
Yeah.
But Texas has more registered sex offenders number-wise. Don't you have to listen to me? Look up Google. They have more sexual offenders than California,
Yeah.
with 10 million less people.
Yeah.
And it's because there's this mantra of you believing that if you say you're tough on crime and you believe these things, that people accept it by rote.
Yeah. Congresswoman, we've kept you. Thank you. We said, Congresswoman, just please come by. Just do 15 minutes for us. Just come on the stage for 15 minutes. Congresswoman, can you come over here just real quick? Because these people, they were blocked. DL was blocking them. Say hi to the Congresswoman. Now come, Congresswoman, come back. Right here. Where are the photographers in the room?
Guys, we gotta get one more.
Do you guys love her? Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Congresswoman. They want a photo. Right here. Oh, we're good? Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. Come here, right here, right here, right here. Congresswoman, thank you. Thank you,
Jasmine
Congresswoman
Crockett,
Jasmine
legend.
Crockett. The Don Lemon Show is brought to you by the Freedom from Religion Foundation. Let's talk facts, because all across the country, politicians are pushing religion into public schools. 10 Commandment posters in classrooms, chaplains with no clinical training, and vouchers that reroute public money to private religious schools, many that exclude LGBTQ students and non-Christians. It's happening right now. But the Freedom from Religion Foundation is fighting back. In fact, they have won a federal injunction stopping a Texas law that would have forced every public school to display the 10 Commandments in classrooms. That is church-state separation in action. Now, I believe in the First Amendment. You've heard me say it before. You can practice your faith, but no one should force it on you or your kids, okay? That's exactly what FFRF defends in court, in Congress, and in classrooms. So don't let your rights be rewritten. Learn more at ffrf.org/school or just text my name, Don, that's D-O-N, to 511-511. Again, ffrf.org/school or text Don to 511-511. Text fees may apply. Support comes from ZBiotics, and let me tell you, this one is a game changer. ZBiotics Pre-Alcohol is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic invented by PhD scientists to tackle those rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol turns into a toxic byproduct in your gut. That buildup, not dehydration, that is what leaves you feeling wrecked, okay? ZBiotics produced an enzyme that breaks that byproduct down. Now, I tried it for the first time before a big dinner with friends. I had my favorite cocktail, went home, got up the next morning. I was shocked.
No drag, no haze. I felt like myself, ready to get to work. Fall is here, football season starting, and whether you're tailgating or watching on that brand new TV, this is the perfect time to try it. So go to zbiotics.com/lemon and get 15% off of your first order with code LEMON at checkout. They back it with a 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked. So you've got nothing to lose. Remember, zbiotics.com/lemon, code LEMON. Drink smarter, enjoy tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I told y'all there would be a surprise. We went on long with her because I knew that everyone asks us, what do we do? And you didn't believe me when I said our special guest will be.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
You thought I was crazy.
But I'm wrong now.
But you're wrong.
I'll believe you from now
Now
on.
you believe in me.
For sure. For sure.
If you believe in me.
Oh,
Okay,
goddamn.
anyways. So this is where we you want to turn the audience over?
For sure.
So I don't know if you guys know Girl Is It Legal, right? So do you guys know Simone Redwine? Attorney Simone Redwine is here. She is the host of Girl Is That Legal on YouTube, and she is going to be our moderator for our Q&A tonight, so you can ask us anything that you guys would like. Thank you to the Congresswoman. Thank you to Simone Redwine here. So if you guys have any, raise your hand if you have a question. There's a gentleman in the back over here. There's someone here. We'll get and quick, please make it brief. No long statements. We love everybody. Yes, I love you guys too. Thank you. Wait, what about me, motherfucker? No, I'm kidding. I'll be the vice president. Vice president. I can just sit around and do whatever. Let him do all the work.
We got the same monogram, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
I know, right?
Hi, my name is Ellie. I'm a Substacker, and that's where I watch you. I'm going to ask you the same question that I actually asked Jim Acosta a couple months ago in D.C.
Yes, ma'am.
And
You
that
said
is-
Ellie, right?
Ellie, yes.
Ellie, nice to meet you.
If the world goes back to normal, how do you see the future of independent journalism?
Well, I see the future of independent. Well, the independent journalism is now, and I think it is the future. I don't think that there's any going back to. I used to think that linear television and that corporate, I call it corporate media now, that there was a chance of it having a renaissance. But the more that this goes on, the more people, bend the knee, the more the corporation starts influencing the journalists, the more concessions that they make for this administration, the worse it is for traditional or old school television or journalism. And that is a boon for us because we can tell the truth. And so people aren't stupid. They know what's happening. And in this state, look, you said what DL said about, there are black Republicans. We know black folks are conservative. We know that. We know that there are black conservatives. We know that there are Latino conservatives. We know that. But this is different. This hits different. And this isn't a time for people to be bending the knee. It's time for anyone who is a journalistic organization to have a sharper editorial tone because some things are objectively bad. Some things are objectively undemocratic. And if you're treating it as if this is normal and there's some false equivalence between the left and the right at this point, then you're losing. So I think the future of independent journalism, regardless of where it goes, if it goes back to normal, whatever that means, I think that we are the future. We are the now and we are the future. And even if it goes the other way, people are going to be even more of a reason for them to be looking for people to tell them honestly. That's why y'all need to support us. Thank you for buying the merch. Where are my lemon heads? Where's the Lemon Nation? Thank you guys for supporting, all right? Thank you. Who else? Where's Simone? Oh, hey, hi, sir.
Hello. My name is Val.
Hi, Val.
Okay, short for Valdry. And my question is the judicial branch of government strong enough to safeguard America's rights based on what's happening within the judicial branch as well as the Supreme Court? And the other question is, sorry, I've had two. Do you think that Trump will try to have another term in president?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
DL, do you want to take that one?
Why wouldn't he? You roll over to him. And a judiciary like any organization, is only as strong as the people who inhabit it. And so we have to stop believing that just because you have a job or a title, that you're sacrosanct. We are all people, and those people were curated and put in place by a specific mindset. And the thing that I would caution everybody to understand is this. We don't exist in a vacuum. We all have our idiosyncrasies, our beliefs. Just even AI is not, it doesn't just happen. People put things into it. And whatever you put into it, you're going to get out. If you want a certain result, that's what's going to happen. But I will say this about America, that we are governed by people who weren't elected by most of the people in this country. We're a nation that's governed by the minority. Like if you look at who put the people in places and when they lost and who they lost, whether it's Georgia, there's been very few people that won, Republicans that won the popular election, but they still yet seated 90% of the people on the
That's what the Electoral College does, right?
So I just think you're only as strong as the people who you put in place.
Does that? Oh, what was? Oh, the judicial system, is it strong enough? The judicial branch. Well, no. That's why I said we need to fix the Supreme Court. No, because Donald Trump owns the Supreme Court right now. So, and he doesn't care because he's defying federal judges. So Donald Trump has control of the executive branch, which is the presidency, the judicial branch, which is the judges, Supreme Court, and the legislative branch, which is Congress and the Senate. And it doesn't even matter that the Congress and the Senate are there because he's defying them. It doesn't even matter that the Justice Department is there or the judicial system is there or judicial branch because he's defying that. He's like, they say, okay, you need to rehire these people. He's like, I'm not doing shit. You need to bring these people home because the lack of due process. He doesn't do it. So,
I think it's simple. If you want to serve the people, you should get paid. I think if that's your gig, Jesus did get paid, and that's the template for you. I think that people have taken these positions to enrich themselves. You can't be in Congress without being exponentially richer later on. I think if you want to serve the people, the reason I became an Omega because I want to be a service to my people. I didn't. See them niggas go. There they go with that shit. It's a simple thing for me. You should have a job that you do your thing for, but the service to the people is just that. Yeah. And I think that people now are very, very self-motivated. They want what they want. And I know I'm not even trying to be a panacea. It should be rules in place. Like, I don't think you should be able to enrich yourself when you know things about the Congress doesn't even want governance where they can enrich itself off the stock market. They know everything that's coming and all the bills is passing. I think that we incentivize them to be greedy, and then we're mad when they're greedy.
Yeah, that's true. Simone?
Hey, Don DL, thank you for doing this. I'm Diego. I'm an openly gay, proud Puerto Rican lawyer living in New York City.
What's up?
And I want to know, as a fellow gay person, how concerned are you about the erosion of our rights, especially for trans people, the LGBTQ community? Trans women of color at the highest risk of violence and death in this country, and it happens every day. How concerned are you about that, and also about the possible overturning of the gay marriage case Obergefell?
DL, you want to?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I do have the initials, so I might as well do it.
Thank you. Did you say Gabe? Diego, the proud Puerto Rican gay man. Diego, yeah, I'm concerned about because and they will try. And they might succeed with overturning same-sex marriage in the country, just as they succeeded with Roe v. Wade, right? So I am concerned about that. I don't know. I believe that the folks who are married, it'll be retroactive or whatever, but they will do that. They will do whatever they can. That is the whole point. And now, do you care what someone's sexuality is or how they identify? If they have served, do you care if they have served their country, right? We have trans. You may not understand, and I understand that people have questions about what transgenderism is, all that stuff. What gay? I understand that. But if someone has served their country honorably, and then you're going to kick them out of the military, you're going to fire them, then you're going to tell them that they cannot get their retirement and their money and their benefits that they have put their lives on the line to serve. That isn't just partisan or bad. That is fucking evil, regardless of however you feel about it. And so, yeah, I'm really concerned about it, and that's the whole reason that we got to stand up. And I think at this point, the biggest thing that we have is community, and I do believe that protest works, because when you're out there protesting, it pisses them off that they see that you are resisting. And so, if you're a minority, I don't know how you feel. You can feel however you want about religion or whatever. I believe in the separation of church and state. All right, you don't believe in gay, then don't be gay, right? If you don't believe in abortion, then don't get an abortion, right? But it's not my business. I believe in democracy. I believe in America. I believe in freedom. I believe that you should be able to fly your freak flag or whatever it is you want to do. That's your business. So I believe that all of us who are part of an underserved community should stand together. Safety in numbers, power in numbers, be together, even if you don't understand it, but just know if they're coming for them, they're coming for you next.
Yep, that's right. Ready?
I don't know that I believe in America. But I know I'd like to. I know I'm open to it. I know that I'd like for it to keep its promise. Do to me what you said you would do. I don't care what you do or whatever. I'm not like you. I'm not gonna have an abortion. I'm not married to a man. I'm not. But unless all our fights are our fights, and the thing that is so important about black people is we have had to be everything. And if we tired, we lose. There's a reason we're in this position right now. That we can't believe that you are chosen for a thing or you were built this way for a thing and not believe that it applies to right now. I believe that every human being, particularly in a nation that espouses the virtues of freedom so much, I'm so willing to believe in the idea of freedom. I believe it applies even if I don't give a damn about it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask about, we're coming up, the midterms of next year. Yeah. So obviously, people always focus on the presidency and everything like that. So how do you feel to get people out to vote? Because I don't think sometimes people don't look at those elections as what's important. They're local elections, and especially as people of color. I live in New Jersey, so I can just talk about how people vote during primaries and things like that. You don't get big numbers. So how do you think people can get out there, even as a Democrat independent, to voice your opinions and to get out to vote, to get people to understand the importance of voting during those times, just not for president?
Okay, that's a very good question. Thank you. What's your name? Tony. Thank you. Oh, that's my little sister's name, Tony. Antoinette. Are you Antoinette? No, just Tony. How are you? So, look, I think two things. One is that it used to be easier for us to be able to get together because we were all together. You know, back in the day when I grew up in the 70s, we were all together. We were all going to church. We all got the same messages, 3 channels or whatever. We were able to do it. Okay, so I think that we were on the same page and we all felt like we're all in this together, coming out of the civil rights movement, which is good. Regardless if you're women's lib, that came from the civil rights movement. Everybody takes a cue from the civil rights movement, whether it's women's rights or gay rights or whatever, that all comes from the civil rights movement. So we were all together. Right now, though, it's fractured, right? There are a bunch of places, but I believe this is the time now where it's easiest for us to be able to communicate with each other. So you need to take the QR code, spread me, spread Joy Reid, spread DL Hughley. Have people tune into places where they can get information. But the local elections are more important than the presidential election. For you, and you need to stress that to your neighbors. So get involved in your own community. But I really do believe this. This young lady back here asked about independent media. Okay? Independent media is really important right now because that's where you're getting the truth and the facts. So share the sites where independent media are, okay? And support us because we don't have corporate sponsors. But we are telling you the truth, and we're trying. The reason that we're here doing this tonight, that DL and I did this, is because we were so disheartened by the misinformation, the apathy that happened during the last election. People saying, well, I'm voting for Donald Trump. He gave me a stimmy. And I'm like, that was Nancy Pelosi, man. What the fuck are you talking about? Right? Donald Trump held it up because he wanted his name on the check. I mean, that's one, you guys already know all of that. So be in community, share it, and you won't believe just how fast it could spread. It's easy for it to spread and for people to be able to tune in and get the right information.
You know what I hate more than anything else? What? Easy.
Yeah.
I hate the word easy. I hate the word comfort because we've gotten so used to things being easy and comfortable. Name me a thing that ever made you better that was easy. Name me a thing that ever made you better that was comfortable. We have adopted the ways of comfort, and that is an anathema to who we are. You're not here because the people who you came from made it, millions died for you to get here. So the last thing you get to have the fucking temerity to utter is easy. Easy is over. Now we'll see what we are. This is it. Without a death, there can't be a resurrection. And now we have to do what people that before us have done and fucking fight. That's it. Either we don't or we'll perish.
Couple more questions if you have some, and then we got to wrap it up.
You know what? I have a question real quick,
Go
too,
ahead, Simone.
which is, I am a Texas girl. So when I saw Congressman Crockett, I was like, yeah, I was so excited. Oak Cliff, that's my hood, okay? And so my family are her constituents. And one of the things that I noticed is very often it's like she's holding up the Democratic Party, and they're not necessarily giving her the support that she needs. So my question is, how do we support our congressmen and women and senators who are doing the work?
So
what can we do?
Okay, so you call your local congresspeople, you call the leadership, you call Hakeem Jeffries' office, and you say, Hakeem! Okay, no, Wait, hang on. Ma'am, say again. Yes. So you call the leadership and you tell them who you like. You tell them that you want a Jasmine Crockett out front. You want to hear more. You tell them that you want more energy. You tell them that you don't want someone who's so corporate. You tell them who you want. And then you tell them if you don't put these people in positions of leadership or put them out front or promote them or give them oxygen, then we're not going to vote for you.
That's right.
Because there are people, honestly, I know that you guys don't, there are people who will vote for Donald Trump and AOC on the same ticket.
Yeah.
Because they believe that they are authentic. And there are people there are Democrats who will vote for, or I shouldn't say Democrats, but there are moderate people who will vote for Donald Trump before they vote for Hakeem Jeffries because they don't believe it's authentic. And that's not, I'm not saying anything bad about my brother. It's true.
I don't know if that's why.
That's true.
I think I can't, I tell you what.
I can show you the stats that will show you that.
But that's what people, like, the quickest way to make somebody lie to you is ask them a question with a clipboard in your hand. Like, if you want a black person to lie to you, ask them a question when you got a clipboard.
But do you know who run AOC's district? AOC and Donald Trump.
I don't think that, we're not arguing this. I think if you want to catch a fish, you got to go where it's biting. I don't understand why it is that people, like our mamas all told us, I can show you better than I can tell you. I do not understand why we think that our plight is any different. The reason we're in this situation right now is we forgot what came before us. It's a simple thing. We are in the same position right now, except our fight is now. Our fight is different. The iterations are different. We can't do the things they did. We have to be more cunning and in tune. But if you want your representative to be reflective of who you are, make it impossible for it not to happen.
Support comes from Shopify. This show started really as a dream, and today you are listening to it on a platform that grew out of that dream, okay? A lot of you have your own ideas for businesses, but maybe you have held back so far, thinking, what if I don't have the skills? What if I can't do it alone? Well, that's where Shopify comes in. So that's the sound of a new sale. You know what I mean? So Shopify powers millions of businesses around the world, from household names to brand new startups. And yes, we use Shopify for the Don Lemon Show merch that you and I both love. They've got beautiful, ready-to-go templates to match your style, AI tools to help you write product descriptions or create discount codes, and easy email and social media campaigns to find new customers. And if you get stuck, their award-winning 24/7 support has your back. So turn those what ifs into wins and sign up for a $1 a month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/lemon. That's shopify.com/lemon. Support comes from Lean, Lean. Now, you've probably heard about those weight loss injections. You know what I'm talking about. But if you're not into needles, listen to this. Doctors created Lean. Lean is a supplement designed to deliver many of the same benefits, but using rare natural ingredients. One of them is Caralluma, and Caralluma is an edible cactus from India that's been used for centuries as a natural appetite suppressant. Lean was built around it to help control cravings, stabilize blood sugar, and even convert stored fat into energy. And here's the best part. It's all natural. No needles, no synthetic chemicals, just real results. I know so many of you are chasing health goals right now. This is about doing it smart, doing it safe, and doing it naturally. Smart, safe, natural, okay? So let's get you started with 20% off. Use code LEMON20 at takelean.com. That's LEMON20 at TAKELEAN.com. Okay? Now, these statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product isn't intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. So, always check with your doctor. And thanks to our sponsors.
Lightning round.
Oh, okay. I have Kyle Russell.
Kai Russell, you got 5 questions, right? No.
Then he got his phone out. God damn.
He's like, wait, I got a question. Hold on.
I'm supposed to be eating pasta right now.
So on January 31st of 2001. Kidding.
One of your Lemon legends.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Lemon Legend. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
My question is, what effort are you making with other platforms on YouTube, independent media, to communicate and collaborate the message? I think that's one of the biggest problems is the messaging is different. It should be the same message as though as the Republicans give, because they're always on one team. Yeah. And my other question is. My other question is, when Donald Trump comes after YouTube, what is the fail-safe to communicate?
I don't. We will probably try to go after them, but that he can't. There's too much money there, and it's an international company. YouTube is international, so I don't think he can do anything there. And the folks, he can try, but the folks who run YouTube are like, they don't really give a crap about that. And now here's the thing about Donald Trump is that he's so enamored with legacy media and cable media that he understands a little bit about, some of the folks on, the manosphere. Okay, that's cool, but he doesn't realize that YouTube is like the biggest, the biggest TV network right now, and it's not Fox News. But your first question is a very good one, and that's what people ask me all the time. Where's the cohesion, right, for independent journalists? We are always seeking to work with other independent platforms and channels. I'm always trying to do something with Joy Reid. I'm always trying to do something with Jim Acosta. We're working on something now with Mehdi Hassan so we can all work together. And we have more power when we're together. It's not that, oh, well, I'm a bigger name than you. More people know me. I'm more famous. No one gives a shit about that anymore. We're here to try to inform you, so we're doing that. And there's also another effort that you should look for shortly. I don't want to give it away, but a business venture that is trying to do exactly what you're saying.
Will you stand up? Hi, thank you both for being here. My name is Faith. My concern is for our youth in a society where we are all at the age that we are being desensitized. They are even more desensitized. So how do we address, in your opinion and estimation, how do we address getting them to understand the bigger picture, the truth of all of this, when they are constantly inundated with the exact opposite?
Young people, right? And faith. That's either of us, right? Go ahead, DL. You want to?
Yeah, because I'm such
Wait,
a
I wasn't.
faithful dude. Yeah.
I mean, I can answer. I just.
I think you do the best you can. I don't know that our plight is discernibly different than people that came from fields and disparate situations. All you can do is the best you can. And I think I've never cared, like to your point, I don't care that people speak my language. There are ways to communicate in every language. There are people that never understood what somebody said, but they know what they meant. I don't care that somebody says what I want them to say. I care that I hear them. And I think that we have to stop being so in tune to a message being so pristine and precise that only we can imbibe it. We are human beings. We are the epitome of humanity. And if we can understand humanity, I can understand what you're saying. And I don't think it's really much harder than that. You can speak it to a phone and can tell somebody who doesn't speak your language as you want. It's all about wanting to hear somebody. The best teachers are the best listeners. And so I don't think we have to reinvent the wheel. We have to reconfigure the way we absorb things. The one thing I'll say about black women, you are, and this is not to disrespect anybody else, and I haven't always known this, you're the epitome of humanity. So it won't fail you now. It won't fail you now.
So my answer is just instill in them the values that you have. I was going to say the same thing as a woman, right? Just instill in the youth, and they'll get it. Everyone is like, oh, when I went back in my day, we weren't on these cellular
But these
phones.
some dumbass kids, though. Come on.
Come on. They are really dumb.
Come on now.
I mean, we were not
now.
that dumb, were we?
Not that damn one.
But do you think I think the phone's making them dumber? So why don't y'all take those damn phones away? Why do you give it to them?
I think it's in their DNA. They just stupid.
Go ahead, Simone.
My name is Eric. I'm a Harlem son. And
Where are you in Harlem?
I want to ask, where at?
Yeah, where are you in Harlem?
King Towers, 112.
112th Street, all right.
24 West, 112th Street.
Don't give all your business.
No, if you know, you know. All right.
You'll have some Jehovah's Witnesses at your door tomorrow.
You know
Hilarious.
They on there all the time. Okay, so Trump represents an oligarchical trend in who's running the country. Amazon and Google represent a corporationist trend in who's running the country. I'm a black man that works a 9 to 5 every day to support myself and my family. Where are we trending with our leadership?
Where are we? Explain to me what you mean. Where are we trending? What do you mean by that?
Which way are we going? Because right now, Trump has opened up the door for other oligarchically thinking persons to come in and do exactly what it is that he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I know? Where you from? What street?
112.
112.
112.
King Towers.
I grew up on 135th, and I know when a black person lives past the hundreds, they black. That's what I know. If you live on 100 anything, I don't care if you're in L.A.
122nd and Frederick Douglass right here.
It's impossible. And there is the notion that you believe that because of where you were raised and where you live, your fight is different. There's one fight. Either you want people who we love to do better, and I'm not talking about just us specifically or who we look like. If we want humanity to do better, we have to stop fragmenting on the margins. What do you believe? You believe that, what is your core belief? What would you say your core belief is?
My core belief is that democracy in this country does not work.
My core belief is that human beings should have the ability to be human, and a society that doesn't criminalize them for it. That's my human belief. You shouldn't be you shouldn't, we're criminalizing homelessness or being poor or being uneducated or not having a job. Are we humans or are we not? And that's 135th, that's 112th, that's 110th, we have to decide what humanity means for us. And until we do that, they win.
So you asked, what about our leadership? So I think on the other side, on the Trump side, look, you're not a MAGA Republican. You're never going to vote Republican. But you can only do what you can do. So I think that if you're going to vote democratically, I'm not. I don't believe in political parties myself. I'm an independent, right? But I believe in the Democratic Party right now because they're the only side that's on democracy, and I do believe in democracy. I believe that in America, this is a strange experiment, and I hope that it works out because I would rather be living here, honestly, than. Do I have to even say the names? No. I'm not even going to say it, okay? So you guys know what I'm talking about. So I think that you need to be concerned about the leadership here. Look at the election in New York City. You got Mamdani, right, who's a socialist. Nobody ever thought a socialist would become mayor. He's going to be the mayor. I mean, unless something strange and weird happens. But because of affordability, because people are tired of the things that they were. And so if someone tells you, well, you've got to be a sort of McKinsey, that's consultant-driven candidate that only does interviews with poll-tested people, that kind of shit. That's not who you want. The Pendulum. I was trying to explain to some folks. I was at dinner with these very high-profile, wealthy African Americans, and they were talking about someone running for president, and they said, "Well, he's got to, he's going to have to win over the people in Wisconsin. He's got to get the middle. He's got to." No, I was like, bullshit, and they looked at me like I was crazy. And I said, "Have you ever seen the pendulum swing halfway? When the pendulum swings from here, it's going to go all the way to there, right? It's going to. So people don't want boring, middle-of-the-road candidates on the Democratic side who's going to try to appeal to everything and be all things to all people. They want someone who's going to say, fuck this. Donald Trump doesn't care about you. He's stealing your money. He is a criminal. Support me. I care. I want you to be able to afford to live in America. I want your kids to be able to go to school. I want you to be able to have a house. I want you to be able to have health care. That is the only way that someone on the other side is going to win. And that's what Democratic leadership should be doing, except that they're still too busy trying to be respectable. We can't say this. We can't stand up and support Al Green at a fake State of the Union because, it's just beneath us. We cannot capitalize on the Epstein controversy, which is the only thing that's resonating because we're above it. It is beneath us to do that. Fuck that. Go where people are paying attention and do what is best for the people. And Democrats will win, or people who don't support this MAGA agenda will win if they do that. Stop trying to be all things to all people. Progressive ideas work.
But also, most experiments fail.
Yeah. Well, Donald Trump is an experiment. When people say, here's the thing. I don't know anything about, I didn't know anything about Mamdani, right? And people say, well, socialism doesn't work. His policies will never work. Okay, fine. Donald Trump's policies aren't working. So there is no guarantee that anybody's policies will work. The people are looking for something different. I think that unless you go to where it's different and to where you're not appealing to the people who have the money, the oligarchs, the people who have always had everything, when you're not appealing to them and you're trying to help the have-nots, I believe the next movement and agenda will be from the have-nots. That's what's happening here in New York. The have-nots are saying, I'm done, I'm over it.
Till they do. Here's the thing. You made the point about the pendulum swinging halfway, right? And going, it does swing halfway. We're not children. Only children want. The one thing I will say that I respect about the Republican Party, they play the long game. And we have to understand this ain't checkers, it's chess. And we have to also understand only children want results right away. We are fully formed adults, and that pendulum swings. You have to understand. I don't want to go to a doctor because he makes me feel good. I want to go to a doctor because he's good at what he does. And most things that are good for you ain't fun. Yeah. If it was, broccoli would be candy, and it ain't.
Thank you.
We have to disavow ourselves from the idea of feeling good. The reason we're a nation that is overweight and addicted because we want sweet shit. We want to be fulfilled right away. And everything, I don't care who you are, takes time. And we have to play the long game instead of the short game. One of the things, I'll leave you with this. You know why black people go to court early?
Huh?
You know why? And anybody been to court know why they go to court early?
I don't know.
Because
I don't really go to court.
black people go to court early because people ain't ate yet. And they trying to get this shit over with. Rich people go after one.
Right.
We are the most predictable people on the face of the earth. They know what we're going to do. They know. What I would suggest for us, if we want things to change, let's stop being so goddamn predictable.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Did you have a good time? Did you enjoy it? DL Hughley.
Don Lemon.
Lemon Nation. Make sure you tune in, like and subscribe. Thank you for supporting us. Go to the merch store, support your independent journalists, and get your boots on the ground. Thank you, my brother.
Love you, homeboy.
Love you. Good night, everybody. Thank you so
Have
much.
a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we have the meet and greet in the back if you have it. Yes, thank you. You know we're going back there. Okay.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Wait, right here?
Down by the sea, on a blanket with my baby's where I'll be. Under the boardwalk.
Fantastic. It was fantastic.
I wouldn't have done it, but shit, it got a little certain flair to it.
Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.